Hello, and welcome to Quack&Co, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I am your handsome host, West, here to talk to you today on this Thirsty Thursday about a new game that is coming out that will be available on Kickstarter here very shortly. It is a little game called, I can't reach it so far away, Cysmic. It's definitely called Cysmic. You should 100% check this out. It is called Cysmic. What is it about this game that's so interesting? Why am I talking about it here? Well, the reason I'm going to talk to you about it here, not only is it from a first-time publisher, it's a huge game. I don't know if you can actually see all of this stuff that's going on the table here. I don't have the top cam going because, let's be honest, I'm not that smart. But what I am smart enough to tell you is please go to Quackalope. There will be some amazing videos of us playing this game. I literally just want to talk to you about it right now and tell you some of the reasons why I think that you should take a look at this game, and if it's right for you, you should invest in this particular game. Now, what is Cysmic? What does it do? Well, we're actually survivors from Earth that have settled on a new planet because we've destroyed Earth already. And we started terraforming Cysmic before we even got there. But there were so many different factions and different groups of people that came to Cysmic that we all started terraforming it together. And imagine this, we over-terraformed the planet. So now we're to a point where earthquakes are happening and there's fracture events where literally the crust of the planet is dissolving and magma's coming up out of the bottom and there's decimated areas. So as you're actually playing the game, you'll be drawing these chips from the bag, and it will literally take lines of entire area off a section of the board. It's really cool. It's a very interesting mechanic which totally changes the landscape, literally the landscape of the game, as well as actually changing the play and the areas of opportunity that are available to you in the game. And what you're trying to do is, as this particular society, we're all understanding that our whole world is literally collapsing around us. So we're trying to build up our special spaceship, and only one spaceship is going to be able to take off. So we're all kind of fighting amongst each other to be able to gain the blueprints, because each faction has the blueprint to a specific part of our space shuttle. So you know one inherently because you are one of the factions. But now you need to interrogate other factions or steal their technology so that you gain the blueprints to all the other factions. It's an incredibly interesting game in that particular vein. The reason why it's built that way is because this designer wanted to make sure that there was more opportunity, even in large 6-player games, where everybody's kind of working and focusing on really getting that player interaction happening between the different groups. It's a really unique mechanic. It's a really interesting game because it really does force you to play with one another. One of the other issues that he was worried about when he designed this game was, how do I keep people from just battling your neighbor? You know, like when you're sitting down at a table and you have area control battles, what oftentimes ends up happening is there's one section of the map that's battling against, the two people that are there. There's another section of the map, but they're all the way on the other side, so they're just fighting each other over there. And then these people over here never talk to these people. And then there's a group down here, and they're also fighting amongst each other, but they're not talking to either one of these two groups. So it's literally just mini games being played along this huge map. Well, he created a circular board for that reason, so it's easy to move from one territory to the other. But he also said that off the back side of the map, there's different colored borders, so you can literally go off the back side of the map and then land on any of the other areas of this map that have the same color. So you can literally back off the map and go to any specific zone that's on this board, any of the 6 zones, moving one space. That is huge. That means that this entire map, while it looks really big, is actually, when you're playing, quite small. Very small, as a matter of fact. I can't seem to get away from certain people. Plus, the movement of your troops, your different factions that you have available to you, the different types of troops that you have, is massive. So you can literally get pretty much anywhere on the map in basically 2 times. It's amazing. You can do so much movement. It's really incredible. But on this, you'll be mining the surface for resources. You're going to be trying to capture the other players' teams so you can interrogate them to gain their blueprints, while all still trying to build up your space shuttle at the same time. That's very interesting. That continues to make a little bit of that interaction happen. On top of that, you're going to be getting discovery cards, and each one of these discovery cards has things in it that allows you to do all kinds of world-breaking and bending things. You might have a discovery card that allows you to upgrade a machine quickly, so you can upgrade it from a person to a vehicle, which will allow you to move faster and do even more damage, or mine ore out of the ground a lot faster, because those machines usually cost ore, which is a precious material that you're trying to build your spaceship with. You might also have one that allows you to steal back your one of your prisoners, so that you can deny that person the option of being able to gain the information about your blueprints. You might be able to downgrade one of your enemy's troops from their vehicle down to an actual troop format. So that way you're taking a big giant flying mech like this off of the game board, and you're just putting back a little tiny person, I mean, that's huge. That takes a ton of options away from people. I absolutely love it. That part's fabulous for me. There's also area control built into this, because there's different these outposts throughout the game, and you are trying to control those outposts to gain more influence, so that you can hold on to more ore, so that you can make the actions that you're taking with your cards even bigger and bolder. The other interesting thing, mechanics-wise, that this game does is it gives you a total of 10 control cards, or command cards, excuse me. These command cards, you have a total of 10 of them. You only get to take five turns in a round. So you'll be able to play 5 of these 10 cards each round, because what you're going to do before you play a card is you're going to burn a card. So you're going to completely lose access to that card for the next 5 turns until this round is over. Then you'll be able to access that card again on the next round. Most of the games that you're going to play are going to maybe be 2 rounds if you're doing really poorly. Games that are less than 3 players usually end before 9 turns, which would be almost 2 rounds. When you're at 4 and 6 players, you might get 3 rounds in, maybe maximum of 4. So you're only going to take these turns like twice, maybe 3 times. So each one of these actions is huge. It can do a ton. And then there's a special ability at the bottom which allows you to take special actions that are on your main player board as well. So every turn feels huge. You just have a lot of opportunity to do a lot of different things. Excuse me. So I think that alone makes the game really interesting. But beyond all of that, this is literally a fun game to play. And really, that's what it boils down to, right? Is that you have to have a good time when you're playing it. Increasing player interaction, in my opinion, is one of the things that a lot of games get wrong. You can literally play an entire game and never have any contact with any other group. You never have to worry about what's going on with that other player. So you're sitting there playing your little mini game the entire time while everybody else is playing their little mini game. And to me, that's not a very fun game. It doesn't include each other, and it makes turns feel extremely long. When you are sitting there and everything happening on the table is probably going to likely involve you in some way, that's awesome. I mean, that's a great opportunity for you to really be engaged in what's going on and not sit there and pulling out your phone or something while everybody else is finishing and playing their turn. So for those reasons, I think you should check out Cysmic. Please check the description below. Go take a look at this game when it comes out. If it makes sense for you, if it feels like something that would be exciting and fun for your game group, please support this first-time creator. I really had a good time playing this game. If it sounds fun for you, I really think you're going to enjoy it, and it's really worth a back for that reason. Well, again, don't forget, less time watching means more time playing, so thanks for being here. I really appreciate everybody watching, and have a wonderful day.